Hello and welcome to the Race Cards, the show where we ask you, what's your favorite thing to eat? No, that's not. Fuck. Is it a Let's Play? Are we going to play a video game?
I have no idea what it is that we do.
The show where we ask you, who's your favorite comic book character? No, that's not the... Hello and welcome to the Race Cards, another YouTube how-to series where we teach you how to do basic things that you should have learned how to do when you were 5. Shit. All right. Well, we'll figure it out later. Hello and welcome to the Race Cards. I am Jacob Bokey. This is Ronald and Emil. We have Instagrams that you should hit us up at, and we post pictures of things that are cool and funny.
Word.
Today we're going to be talking about television.
Telemundo!
Donald Trump is really upset the Latinos. They are mad at Donald Trump.
Well, let me tell you what I do. I'd close down the border, I send their asses back, and make them pay for it.
That is what he would do. And he would look dapper the entire time he was doing it. I believe he's been fired from NBC, which they're still doing The Apprentice?
You're talented. I like your glasses. You look like a young Sean Connery. But you're fired.
Well, I don't know what to say. You're a fucking hairpiece.
Yeah.
How are you going to have a president with a catchphrase? Can you imagine if every time Obama finished a speech, he was like,
yeah, bitches.
That's what's happening.
These constitutional nuts. The thing about Donald Trump is that his authentic self is unabashed. And if he feels that way and he wants to say that about Latinos, I'd rather him say it now than to say it or think that while he's president. He tells the Mexican president, you know what? I fucking hate salsa.
This is the worst state dinner I've ever been to.
Hey, chef, you're fired.
And I have no interest in watching Empire. Is that racist?
Why don't you have any interest in watching Empire?
I don't know.
If you're not watching it because you didn't want to see a bunch of coons up on stage shucking and jiving, oh, we're going down to Empire, we're going down to Empire. It's a really, really popular show. It's in the vein of like Dallas and like General Hospital. It's like that. It's over the top, big, patriarch, has big harness.
Does he get to break? I know that was a big thing for him, that he didn't want to do Hustle and Flow. I remember reading this when it was out, that because he was tired of playing that greasy pimp character that he played in Dead Presidents and I think a lot of other things because he complained about doing it. Is this a departure for him?
Like the first episode, he beats this guy up in the trailer for disrespecting him, a manager of one of his artists. Beats the shit out of him. And he comes out the trailer, I think he gonna need a towel. So it's a lot of that pimp shit, you know what I'm saying? Like hustler shit or whatever, but at the same point.
So it's not a departure for him.
It's a love story, and it's a gangster story, and it's a musical, all wrapped into one.
I mean, it sort of sounds like Black Glee.
Black Glee?
It's a musical, it's a drama, it's a comedy, it's a, I mean, is this not what they say about Glee when they talk about Glee?
Oh, a Black Glee. I thought you said Black Glee. Is that your weed dealer? Black Lee. Yeah, you know Black Lee. Yeah, man, said I'm fat nicks.
Is Handy Manny racist?
Is he racist? No, he's a Hispanic maintenance man. It sounds pretty accurate to me.
It seems like the kind of work that you would get if you were an illegal alien.
You think Handy Manny's an illegal alien? He may be an illegal alien.
I would like to see his papers. I'm just saying.
You know what, Handy Manny, you're fired.
We're gonna build a wall. Keep all the Handy Mannys out.
No more Handy Manny here until I see his papers. Him and Obama's. So what's the question? Is it
racist to not like anything that Tyler Perry's done? Because black people seem to like him an awful lot, and I'm wondering is what
some of us do, yeah.
Is what I'm missing here that I'm not black?
But I think there's a huge misperception that black people just love Tyler Perry, and that's why he's so successful. Black people are 13% of the population. Our buying power is large, but it's not large enough to sustain you to the point where you get to build studios. Because even though Tyler Perry has a message that's Christian, it's also, it's a very conservative approach to looking at life. And those values go across every kind of racial spectrum.
So definitively, not liking Tyler Perry is not racist. Doesn't mean you're a racist, it just means you have good taste. Which brings us very elegantly into our next question. Is it racist for black men to do drag?
There's been some great characters that have come about from black men wearing those dresses. Flip Wilson had Geraldine. Tyler Perry had Medea. Martin had Big Mama. Those men being in drag is just another character that they're playing. Like when you're in an improv class and they say you're a chair, you're a cop, but at the same time, some people are like, God damn, man, why we always gotta see a motherfucker in drag? Shit, man, get some balls about your motherfucking self. Martin Lawrence got paid $20 million
Ooh.
to do Big Mama.
Where do I get my dress?
But at the same time, Robin Williams had Mrs. Doubtfire. Jack Lemmon won an Oscar.
All of the Kids in the Hall, all of Monty Python's Flying Circus, Shakespeare across the board.
Shakespeare across the board.
That's
like
just sexism.
You had to be in drag fucking with Shakespeare. You shall tucketh of the balls.
I am tucked right now.
Hey now.
Didn't even need to use my hands. From the mouths of transvestite babes. I think that George Carlin is funnier than Richard Pryor. Is that racist?
I think Richard Pryor is way funnier than George Carlin, and it doesn't have anything to do with racial lines. It just has to do that I can relate to Richard Pryor probably more, and you can relate to George Carlin probably more. But look, I want to point out some of the similarities that you may not have realized that you have with George Carlin and that I have with Richard Pryor. First similarity. Bing. You rock a wicked beard.
Thank you.
George Carlin rocked a wicked beard. I'm a Sagittarius.
Oh.
Richard Pryor was a Sagittarius. You are an unabashed atheist.
True that.
George Carlin was an unabashed atheist. I am high on cocaine right now.
Definitively not racist, it's tastist. Which, that just doesn't sound right, does it? Tastist? That's not a word. That's not a new word that we're starting. Don't say that. Why did Steve Urkel hate black people?
It's just like any other thing. You hurt the ones you love the most. If Urkel could just bust a nut, that was his problem. Laura!
Laura!
Yo, I fucks with Laura because she was a real black girl, she reminded me of like the girls who lived down the block from me. Laura was all like, Steve, now you know I'm not gonna let you touch my booty, Steve. I just want a little rub. Like, just get the man some pussy. I was 12 years old, like, just play with his balls, you know.
A rub and a tug.
A rub and a tug could help save civilization.
Laura!
Laura!
Why do black people love Archie Bunker so much? I mean, the guy is so clearly a racist. And yet, there's this real affinity for that show and that character in the black community that I've noticed. And it's just baffling to me.
Archie Bunker was satire. And see, Archie Bunker said all the stuff that black people felt like white people thought of them, and he had the balls to say it right then and there to his face, as opposed to that passive-aggressive shit.
All right, last question for the day.
Last bomba-clad pussy question.
Is it racist that Billy D sells Colt 45s?
Hell no, that's not racist.
It's not?
That shit is super racist. You never really heard the 5. The 5 always sounded like a breath. Colt 40. That shit was marketing genius on Colt 45. But a lot of motherfuckers got cirrhosis of the liver trying to be like Billy D. Williams.
Who probably drinks champagne.
Out of a white woman's shoe.
All right, well, that was another episode of the Race Cards. Tweet us, comment, subscribe.
Subscribe. A whole bunch of subscriptions here. Hey now.
Or don't. I don't care what you guys do.
Ah! That's like this shit like, we gotta stop black on black crime. No, we need to stop fucking crime. Black on black crime, white on white crime, dog on cat crime, period. Let these dogs have a fucking job and education.